During the timeout in the second, looked like you'd already seen enough. When you look back at it now, what had you most disturbed about today's game?
Well, again, we let momentum totally get away from us and weren't resilient enough once we got scored on, so we got to be better than that.
Nick Cromwell, I asked him about the penalties, the turnovers, and the poor play in your own end. He said it comes down to a lack of communication. Is that how you see it?
Well, we've talked lots about making sure we communicate so that we can support each other with not turn pucks over, who has who, things like that. But again, I thought we walked in off the first period, thought we had played real well, thought it was a real good hockey game, and then once they scored early there, I thought we let the momentum get away from us.
Is that a disturbing trend, Jeff? It seems like for the last 3 games.
I'm going to be honest and telling you this. I don't know if it's a trend, not trend, or whatever. This is what I know. I know we're going to win a hockey game Monday. That's all I'm thinking about right now. I'll review the tape like I always do. We'll continue to make guys accountable to make sure that we play better than that. But what I know for sure is we got to win a hockey game on Monday. That's what I know.
A lot of easy looks on those goals. You've talked a lot about that lately, not being so easy to score on. How big of a problem was that?
I'm trying to think of the looks. I mean, I don't know if they were that easy in the first 4, to be honest with you. They certainly weren't, walking in right down the pipe. So I didn't think the first 4. I think Peter's got to be better than that. And then I thought we got goofy in the third. That's why I called the timeout. I just thought we were starting to play. I know we were trying to come back and all that kind of stuff. You got to play good hockey. You can't develop bad habits.
Problems start in the second period in your own zone. It seemed like you had trouble getting the puck out.
Yeah, we got.
Forecheck.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we got scored in the first shift, and then we get scored on right away there. Again, to me, we did a poor job of handling the momentum of the game.
I know you say you have to just win on Monday, but how perplexing is this loss considering where the standings are and this time of the season, or is this just part of the?
Again, it's a loss. It was frustrating. It was embarrassing, but it's a loss. That's it. So we have to win a game on Monday, and that's what our focus is.
You're disappointed not to see better reaction. You've talked about that. If they score, react better.
Yeah, I mean, again, I thought we let the momentum get away from us too much. We got to be better than that. When they scored the 2 quick ones there, we got to be better than that and make sure we take momentum back. We didn't do a good enough job of that, but again, we'll have to be better than that on Monday.
How disappointed are you in your hockey team right now?
Excuse me?
How disappointed are you in your hockey team?
I'm not here to talk about disappointment. I have tons of belief in these guys. We got to come here and win a game on Monday, period.
Who do you come back with in net on Monday?
I'll discuss that later on. We'll talk about that later.
Have both your goalies been good enough, though, do you think?
Again, our team hasn't been good enough defensively, so we got to be better for them. I've always felt that goaltending follows team defense, so we'll take responsibility for that. We got to be better defensively, and then I think get to a man. We got to execute at a higher level than we did tonight. Period. So whether it's the coach, whether it's the players, we all got to execute at a higher level than we did tonight, and we got to do that come Monday.
What about offensively, Jeff? There's some chances out of there of being left on the board as well.
We've scored enough lately. We got to keep pucks out of our net. So we got to keep pucks out of our net by playing better defensively. We got to keep pucks out of our net by managing the puck better, and we got to keep pucks out of our net with real good goaltending. That's how we got to keep pucks out of our net.
Jeff, when you talk about accountability, which you said after a loss like this, what does that look like at this point in the season in terms of?
Well, we'll have to make sure that the lineup's what we want it to be, and if there's somebody, we've got good players sitting out, so I'll have to look and say, is there anybody that we think should go in? So we'll look at that. The other way, I think, is just by making sure that we do lots of video work with mistakes and how we can be better and things like that.
If that was about as animated as you've been during that timeout, what was the core message?
We got to play good hockey, and I don't care at that point. You can't try to score and play poor hockey. You got to play good hockey, and your habits have to be great all the time. And there's no way that I wanted to allow a game that was in a bad spot to affect us. I knew at that point we probably weren't winning the hockey game, so we better play good hockey so that come Monday we're ready to play good hocky.
As far as the lineup, was that part of the discussion? I'm assuming with Ken after the game.
No. We just as a coaching staff, and we just talked about lots of things.
Okay. Thanks, guys.